Alright there, it's your old mate Yorker here, once again welcoming you back to My Humble Opinion, where I take a glance at the games on the monthly Humble Choice bundle, and see what they're like, whether I want to go further with any of them, whether any of them come to the channel or not. We have 8 games as normal on the Humble Monthly Choice for June 2024. We've got Risk of Rain 2, Knights of Honor 2, Lego 2K Driving Awesome Edition, Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector, Miasma Chronicles, Stray Gods the Role-Playing Musical, a Guidebook of Bible, and Empyrean Galactic Survival. I've used the keys to all but one of these. As any of you who've seen My Humble Opinion before know, if I own a product of the Humble Monthly Choice bundle already, I don't use the key. It's available for whoever grabs it first when we go in there. And if I've already played it on channel especially, then I don't even let's try it. Now, which one does that apply to? Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. I'm not actually sure if it's been on this channel. It was on either this one or a previous channel I had. I'm not planning to play it myself again on this channel, but I am very much thinking of having ChatGPT play it. You know, I've got a ChatGPT play section, and that would be an ideal one for it to have a go at. So, when we get in there, you'll be able to have a glance at it yourself, whoever grabs it first. Free game. Anyway, let's go. Risk of Rain is the first one. $25 Action Indie, Hoopu Games, Gearbox Publishing. 95% overwhelmingly positive. Risk of Rain 2. Co-op roguelite action. Well, I don't do multiplayer. The classic multiplayer roguelike, Risk of Rain, returns with an extra dimension and more challenging action. No run will ever be the same, with randomized stages, enemies, bosses and items. Play solo, that's good, or team up with up to 4 friends to fight your way through hordes of monsters, unlock new loot, and find a way to escape the planet. Constant battles and incredible bosses. With each run, you'll learn the pattern of your foes, and even the longest odds can be overcome with enough skill. A unique scaling system means both you and your foes limitless increase in power. A unique scaling system means both you and your foes limitlessly increase in power over the course of a game. What was once a boss fight will in time become a common enemy. Fair enough. Old favourites return and undiscovered challenges await. Myriad survivors, items, enemies and bosses return to Risk 2. And many new ones are joining the fight. Brand new survivors like the Artificer and Mole T debut alongside classic survivors such as the Engineer, Huntress, and of course, the Commando. With over 75 items to unlock and exploit, each run will keep you cleverly strategizing your way out of sticky situations. Key features: play 4-player co-op seamlessly through Steam, no more port forwarding, which I don't do multiplayer as I said, but it does let you do a single. Unlock over 75 items over time, keeping each run fresh and full of new challenges. Play and unlock new and returning survivors, each with their own abilities to master. Theory craft and exploit endless item and character combos. Encounter challenging monsters and enormous bosses. Explore massive handcrafted 3D levels. Discover lore through the collection of monster, item and environment logs. Challenge your friends and the world in all new prismatic trials. A unique seeded run where everyone can race up a global leaderboard. Alright, let's go to BT and see what they're offering. Okay. Yeah, cool music, bro. Oh, looks colourful. Let's... Alright, well. Yeah. Didn't really do anything for me. Let's go to the next VT. Okay. I'll watch one more. Okay. This is growing on rather long. I thought it'd been 5 minutes. That tells you how much it's had interest for me, doesn't it? The fact that it's got 95% positive ratings on Steam tells me it's probably a really good game for the right person. But watching that, it seems like it's just going to be outside my wheelhouse. Now, that said, as I always say, I'll leave it till the Let's Try episode, because I always do a 20 to 40 minute Let's Try of games in the days going forward, to see whether I'm interested in it or not. Okay, next up. Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign. $45. Strategy simulation, Black Sea Games THQ Nordic. 76%, so it's not rated as well. It's a more expensive game. Let's have a look what we've got here. Become the king and wrestle over control of Europe in this fresh take on medieval real-time grand strategy. Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign includes all the depth players desire while being the gateway game to the grand strategy genre, presenting the world as living, breathing miniature, alive and ripe for the taking. Choose your royal courts carefully and determine the destiny of your people. Be it riches, conquest, intrigue, trade, or defeat. Raise armies to defend your lands, or take war to the enemy. Even jump into battle directly in action-packed RTS combat. The path is open. Become the true sovereign of your people. Features accessible grand strategy, all the depth of religion, diplomacy, city development, and more. with none of the confusion. Choose your kingdom. Select from over 200 kingdoms across Europe, North Africa and parts of Asia. Real-time gameplay, the medieval world comes alive, no turns needed. Royal courts appoint marshals, clerics, merchants, diplomats and spies to exert your will across the land. RTS battles, lead your armies directly in riveting RTS engagements. Robust multiplayer. Join with multiple friends to take on new challenges across the medieval world. Assemble the royal court. In Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign, your royal court is one of the more important tools at your disposal. Your choice of knights greatly influences your capabilities and sets a tone for your style of gameplay. Marshals lead your armies into battle to conquer your enemies and defend your lands. Diplomats are capable of turning even your greatest enemies into trustworthy friends. Use them to create strong defensive and offensive pacts, negotiate marriages, and make sure that your friends have your back in times of need. Merchants can not only increase your income by trading with your neighbours, but also import needed goods to bolster your economy or go on a voyage in search of new riches. Clerics take care of all your kingdom's spiritual needs and play a vital role when it comes to the population's education, happiness and culture. Spies are great if you like a more subtle approach to world domination. The spies offer you plenty of options: bribe enemy knights, instigate rebellions, or provoke war between your neighbours to achieve your goals. Fight for control over the medieval world. Start your campaign with one of 200 plus historical kingdoms and expand your territory to over 300 plus provinces. Build up your economy and produce valuable goods while making sure your lands can support your military. Choose out of over 100 different military units ranging from English longbowmen over fierce Nordic warriors to powerful siege engines that assemble great armies to defend your borders and bring the fight to your enemy. Lead your armies into battle. You don't trust someone else to make the right tactical decisions? Then lead your men into battle yourself. Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign offers exciting real-time strategy field battles and sieges with up to 4 armies. Fight your friends in multiplayer, don't care about that. Alright, let's go to VT.
Sire, there are many paths to being a great sovereign. Though your kingdom may be strong, valuable allies can be essential to securing your people's future. Your leadership in battle could turn the tide of a war, sire. Be bold, but be strategic, as your foes will fight just as fiercely. Lay siege to your enemies, but have the wisdom to choose your battles carefully. You can defeat your enemies or sway your allies through trade, diplomacy, and espionage. Develop your provinces to prosperity and your people will flourish. At times, a merchant or cleric may wield the might of a dozen armies. However, sometimes a dozen armies may be exactly what is required to grow from your humble beginnings to Emperor of the World. Some blood must be spilled. If conquest is your calling, then you shall have it. You need not heed the cries of your neighbors, no matter how loud or many they may be. The world is yours if you will it, sire. There may be others who would stand against you. Do not let these charlatans defy you. Your knights are strong. Kingdoms may challenge your honor, sire, but your will shall guide our people forward. We await your command.
Honestly, this looks a lot more like it's up my alley. It could be really good. I'm looking forward to the Let's Try. Let's go to another VT.
Sire, there is movement within the French encampments. Our people grow uneasy.
The people have bigger problems. Our coffers threaten to become
You
bare.
talk of war and gold when it is our faith that matters.
Faith? How can the Pope expect troops for his crusade
My
when our
lords,
borders are
there
in
are
danger?
more subtle ways to deal with the French.
Intrigue is
Just
irrelevant
give
if
the
our
word.
borders are attacked.
Your call for
Cloak and
honesty
dagger.
is
Sit
so
behind
strong.
your
How can our
Byzantine
people
relish
risk
their
their
souls.
We must
souls?
raise our arms and
Without
defend
some
our...
Enough! I've made my decision. Squire, fetch my armor!
Yeah, cool story, bro, but that's not gameplay, I'm sure of it, so that tells me literally nothing. Alright, let's look at one more VT.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our visual gameplay teaser trailer of Knights of Honor 2, Sovereign, the latest grand strategy game from THQ Nordic and Black Sea Games. Sovereign is a new take on the grand strategy genre, presenting the world as a living miniature in real time. Political intrigue, economic growth, religious developments, and of course, the maneuvering of armies, all unfolding in front of you in beautiful detail. Choose from a huge number of nations, with different strategic starting positions and unique challenges. Then, guide and shape your kingdom and royal family throughout the generations. In Sovereign, embrace the fantasy of you being the king, using your hand-selected royal court to execute your will and drive your strategic decisions, from forging alliances with diplomats to leading your armies with marshals. Each member of your royal court is critical to your success and can grow and learn new skills as they carry out your orders. Combat can happen in the world map, with the outcome of battles determined by the strength of your forces and the specific skills of your leaders. Or you can take direct control and jump right into the action, commanding your units in RTS-style battles. You decide which engagements warrant your personal attention, where your prowess can make the difference between victory and defeat. Fight across a variety of battlefields, including ruthless castle sieges for control of new provinces or the defense of your people. Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign is an exciting mix of grand strategy depth and real-time approachable gameplay. We hope you've enjoyed this first sneak peek into the visuals of our game and can't wait to show you more about how you can be the Sovereign in coming months. Thank you.
I mean, honestly, it looks like they're taking a huge dollop of Crusader Kings, added a dash of Total War, and tried to do their own thing with it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. I do have a feeling that it won't be fit for the channel since I tried to stick with narratively strong games on the channel, and I don't think it's going to have a strong narrative. Then again, if there's strong interest in it, I might bring it anyway. Alright, we will move on. Lego 2K Drive Awesome Edition. $70 action racing. Visual concepts Take-Two Interactive. And it doesn't actually say what his rating was. Okay. That's a concern. Well, it's not really a concern. I've got it as a freebie on the Humble Bundle. Well, free once you count at the actual subscription. Anyway. Use of this product requires agreement to the following third party. Yep. Welcome to Bricklandia, home of a massive open world Lego driving adventure. Race anywhere, play with anyone, build your dream rides, and defeat a cast of wild racing rivals in the coveted Sky Trophy. The ultimate Lego driving experience. Get behind the wheel and gear up for tons of open world exploration and thrilling races. Take on the exciting... oh, there's a story mode. That might be interesting. Jump into a single race or a Cup Series tourneys and let loose in off-the-wall minigames. Master the art of drifting, boosting, jumping and using power-ups to defeat opponents. Race for the Sky Trophy. Story mode follows your journey from rookie racer to famous champion as you compete against a series of charismatic rivals. With each victory, you'll work your way up the ranks to take on the infamous Shadow Z. Open world exploration. The vast and vibrant world of Bricklandia is yours to explore as you see fit, full of colourful characters and cookie quests. Zoom past lush fields on Turbo Acres pavement. Go off-roading in the deserts of Big Butte County. Cruise across Prospecto Valley's picturesque waterways and more. Unleash your creativity. Building vehicles in the garage is as easy as snapping bricks together. Construct new cars and boats from scratch. Modify any vehicle in your collection. Or unwind with guided builds. Then take your creation for a drive. Play together at home or online. Roam around Bricklandia in local split screen or join your driving buddies online. I hope it doesn't mandate multiplayer. Alright, let's go to VT. So far what I'll say is this is probably outside my normal wheelhouse, but it could be a lot of fun. Who hasn't enjoyed playing with Lego? And although it looks like a sport rather than narratively strong, it does have a story mode which might work. And I do have Final Whistle, which is my sports management section. So this might be something that people have an interest in replacing, when I reach the end of the current run of Football Manager, they might fancy this. So there might be a chance for it coming to the channel. Let's go to VT. There's only one.
Come on! Nice!
What do you say, Hotshot? Are you ready for greatness?
A car smashing the chicken car apart is both sick and disturbed and wonderful at the same time. Alright, let's be honest, that just looks like pure fun. Pure let your inner child out fun. I'm looking forward to the Let's Try. I don't know if I'll go any further than just a 20-40 minute Let's Try on with it. But I say there's possibilities where it could come to the channel. We'll just have to see. Next up, Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector. Strategy, Black Lab Games, Slytherin Limited, $40. 90% very positive rating from Steam. Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector is a fast-paced turn-based strategy game set in the grimdark universe of the 41st millennium. Pick your force, develop your army, field mighty heroes, and fight for victory using superior strategy, awesome abilities, and devastating weaponry. Age of Crimson Dawn. Experience an epic 20-mission single-player campaign that explores the aftermath of the devastation of Baal. Help Sergeant Carleon and his allies purge the Tyrannid infestation on Baal Secundus, and preserve the honour of the noble Blood Angels. Skirmish mode. Fight across the surface of Baal on maps of your choosing, and select either the Blood Angels or the Tyrannids in the skirmish mode. Completely customize your army list by picking your units, heroes, and their loadouts. Forge your armies. Command iconic units like the Sanguinary Priest, Librarian Dreadnought, and the Hive Tyrant to annihilate your foes. Use over 60 abilities and 50 weapons to orchestrate your opponent's bloody demise. Build momentum. Each faction has a unique momentum system that can result in a surged unit. Units that surge are able to string together superhuman chains of actions, or use the opportunity to further upgrade their abilities. Call in air support. Use command points to call in faction-specific air support abilities. The Blood Angel Stormraven can obliterate Xenos with a missile barrage, or deep strike a unit of veteran assault marines behind the enemies, or enemy lines. Meanwhile, the Tyrannid Harpy can devastate the enemy defences with its sonic screech, or scatter the battlefield with its deadly spore mines. Face your friends on the battlefield. Well, I guess there would be your foes at that point. With live and asynchronous multiplayer and hot seat modes available, there's no excuse not to take your friends to war. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I don't do multiplayer. Alright, it's got a campaign mode. It might be able to come to channel. I'll be honest, Warhammer universe, it's a great universe. I've no doubts about it. It's just never held any real appeal to me. But let's go to VT and see what they've got.
Within the Imperium of Man are 1,000,000 worlds. Countless souls live, fight, and die for the Emperor. There is no hope. For hope breeds despair. There can be no doubt. For doubt begets fear. There is no salvation but that granted by the Emperor. The only righteous path is the destruction of his enemies. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
Okay. Looks like a strategy game. Can't say it's throwing any great appeal my way, but it could be fun. One of the problems with a universe like Warhammer 40,000, Pathfinder, whatever, all the Pathfinders, Dungeons and Dragons, so there's that, is, well, I suppose it's the Dungeons and Dragons spin-off, isn't it? Is, if you don't know the universe, if you've never really had an in, you really have to work to get people in, because a lot of it's excellent for the fanboys and fangirls out there, but if you're not, it's a bit meh. Because you don't have the lore behind you, you don't have the interest behind you. And that's what I'm picking up from this. Now, I could be wrong. It is worth bearing in mind, I loved the Owlcat games, Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous, even though I haven't finished Wrath of the Righteous yet. But I did take Rogue Trader off, which is a Warhammer 40,000. I just found losing interest in it. Anyway, let's go to the second VT and we'll watch one more.
Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector brings the Emperor's finest yet, the Primaris Marines, to the front line of the battle for Baal Secundus. Proving their worth to the beleaguered firstborn Astartes, the Intercessor Squad holds the line against the enemies of mankind. Their bolt rifles bring death at medium and long range, whilst frag grenades offer close and medium range support against the swarms of enemy units. When thick enemy armor causes issues that the bolter cannot solve, Hellblaster squads offer a deadly and effective solution. Similar to their Intercessor brothers, they offer effective firepower at medium and long range. However, their weapons, while slower firing, offer much greater penetrative potential. These Primaris squads together make up the core of any successful Blood Angel engagement. These massive warriors can also take untold damage from their enemies and can be expected to hold out even in melee, but their lack of close combat weapons, brought about by a focus on superior two-handed firepower, means that they should be relieved from melee duty as soon as it is reasonable to do so.
If you say so. I don't hold up a lot of hope for this one for me, even though I do enjoy a good strategy game. Like I say, it's the lore, but we'll see. I could be attracted to it. I have found that on several occasions. Excuse me, that a game that I didn't think I'd like, I end up liking. So let's move on. Next up, Miasma Chronicles. Action strategy, The Bearded Ladies. 505 Dead. I haven't heard of The Bearded Ladies. $49.99, so $50. 79%, mostly positive, so it's not massively rated. Let's have a look at this. It is the not-too-distant future. America has been torn apart by a savage force known only as the Miasma. Meet Elvis, a young man brought to the mining town of Sedentary as a baby. Left by his mother in the care of a robotic older brother, and given a mysterious glove with which he can control the miasma. Join the brothers. What brothers? Oh, a robotic older brother, got it. Read Yorkie. Join the brothers on a quest across the post-apocalyptic wasteland to find the answer they crave. Answers which may change the course of human history forever. Real-time exploration gameplay meets tactical turn-based combat with RPG elements. Explore rich, beautiful environments, meeting outlandish characters. Upgradable weapons and abilities give your heroes an edge in combat. An involving fantasy story through which you learn the truth behind the miasma. Great, he's got a great storyline. This is sounding like a Tales Over Coffee game if I like it. From the creators of Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden, comes a beautifully crafted tactical adventure you won't forget. Let's go to BT. So far, so good.
My name is Elvis, and I'm having a really bad day. My home, Kentucky, it's getting ripped to shreds by the miasma. A bunch of frogs want to kill me. And my mom's trapped behind a giant wall. But I can't give up. The fate of the world is in my fingers.
Should you boys be out here alone? I'm Jade. Gun for hire. And I'm gonna allow you to hire me.
Hey, get tired of talking.
Let's just take the robot. Plus your gear.
You got the gears to come here? To my club? They got us surrounded. Let loose the frogs of war.
I'll give him a taste of this new vortex power.
One down.
Smack! Here we go.
Watch how it's done.
Check this out. Lightning strike!
Remember my name!
Prepare for fireworks, boys.
I know who I am. I can do this! I can do this!
You want to know who you really are, Elvis?
Maybe it's mostly strategy combat or tactical combat like that. It might be more a Yorkie's Nightcap game, but it does look good so far. Let's go to the next VT. We'll watch that. Section 3.
You've harnessed your glove's power, and now you want to find me.
Gotta find Mama.
You don't know what's making the miasma angry. And it's spreading across America, twisting this once great nation into a lethal wasteland.
We gotta help these people.
break through the wall and find me. And if you do, maybe I will tell you my secret. The revelations must be earned.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to trying this one. It does look like it'll be up my alley, one way or another. But I have to note to myself that while I've said there's been plenty of cases where I thought I'm not gonna like a game, and then found I have. There's also been plenty of cases where I've been excited to try a game, and within the first 5 minutes of playing it, thought, yeah, no, this isn't for me. So we'll have to see when we do the Let's Try. Next up. Stray Gods. The one I won't be doing as a Let's Try because I've already played it. But I will probably do a ChatGPT plays at some point. Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. 94% very positive. In a modern fantasy... Oh, let's... it's $30. Adventure. Summerfall Studios, Humble Games. In a modern fantasy world, college dropout Grace is granted the power of a muse. Power she'll need to find the truth behind her predecessor's death before time runs out. You'll decide who Grace allies with, who she can trust, and who may betray her in this beautifully hand-illustrated role-playing musical. Written by David Gader, comes Stray Gods, an urban fantasy tale of finding your place, taking charge of your fate, and discovering answers. Your choices will change the endings, as well as the path you take to get there. A compelling story of hope, self-discovery, and forging your path. And by the way, whoever grabs this key first gets this free game. Find your voice. Adventure, love, and song awaits. Charm, negotiation, or strong-arm your way through the world as Grace. Playing through original, fully interactive musical numbers composed by Grammy-nominated composer Austin Wintory. Tripod, musicians Scott Edgar, Stephen Gates, and Simon Hall. And Eurovision Australia's own Montaigne, Jess Serro. Fully orchestrated and performed by an all-star cast, you'll feel as though you're right there on the stage. With thousands of potential variations based upon your choices, you'll craft the soundtrack to your own one-of-a-kind musical experience. Find answers. Choice and consequence built from the DNA of RPGs. No two playthroughs are the same. Always bear in mind in these choices matter games, even in Detroit Become Human, which is one of the most choices matter games I've ever seen. That's only true to an extent. There's a lot of similarity between them, but there are differences, and there's some differences you can make with this game, most definitely. Delve into the hidden world of mythic Greek gods and monsters as you get to know a cast of hilarious, enigmatic, and compelling characters. Forget what you know about these mythological beings. In Stray Gods, you'll forge friendships and find foes with many familiar names, but not so familiar stories. Players, star, and stagehand as you determine the story you want to tell through conversation and song. Find love. Build friendships with mortals and gods alike. Stoke the fires of romance, if you so choose. Explore, pursue, and confess your love with 4 potential paramours. Decide who you want to be through every choice. David Gader's storytelling and characters come to life with performances by an all-star cast, with the likes of Laura Bailey, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, and more cast members across video games, television, and Broadway. A whole new world. A musical video game for lovers, and a video game for musical lovers. With all the comedy and tragedy of your favourite stage shows, Stray Gods is a tongue-in-cheek and heartfelt reconception of Greek mythology, combining what we love about contemporary musical theatre with video games where character and story take centre stage. Collaborating with some of the best in music, Broadway, television and games. Stray Gods' debut, not to be missed. Follows on Steam, okay. Once being in the room where it happens, follows on Steam to stay up to date on our development journey. Don't forget to look. Well, it's already been released, so what development journey? Unless they're adding more to it. That'd be interesting. I don't think they will be, though. My own perspective before we go to VT, having played this, I really loved it. It's a unique experience for this kind of game. You're crafting the song, making your decisions as you go. I should actually say crafting the songs, because there's multiple. And having some impact on the game, deciding how to romance. I liked it. And I've never seen a game like this really done as a musical before. So the uniqueness really added something to it. That said, I have heard some complaints about it. The most prominent one, and I didn't really experience this so much myself, but some have said there's some issues with sound level balancing in the game. Alright, let's go to BT.
Lost girl, I know I'm not a lost girl, but this is all new, and I don't know what to do.
I haven't seen that
killer
one.
Is on the loose.
Calliope! Please, come on.
Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you?
We are the chorus, the gods who remain, hidden in your modern world. I'm afraid you have to die.
This isn't justice! I can prove myself. Everybody can feel the agony that's hidden there. Everybody can see the shallow grave we're digging here. Everybody, should we endure? Should we interfere? Everybody, should I be part of this or disappear? Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
You can make us sing, but the song will always be ours.
God, I'm really looking forward to the time that I have ChatGPT play it. I've played it twice now. The last one was last year sometime. So it's been months and months. I'm really looking forward to going back to it with ChatGPT plays. Alright. Next up.
Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I'm drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
Love it, and I hope whoever grabs that does too. I won't be doing a Let's Try of it, as I've said already, but I will at some point be doing a ChatGPT plays. Okay, moving on again, and we have a guidebook of Babel, or Babel. Indie adventure, Starry for Mike Games, $15, so only just more than the cost of the Humble Bundle itself. 97% overwhelmingly positive bodes well, but I don't know how many that's off, of course. Alright, a guidebook of Babel is a story adventure game, something I like, on the butterfly effect. It was released in 2022, not that old then, during the Nintendo Indie World Showcase. You will go on a strange rebirth across Babel. Babel? I'm never sure which the right pronunciation is. The crew would use Memory Extractor to erase your memories before launching you into the afterlife with a cloud cannon. Passengers frequently moan that it's too late to say farewell to the past, but the crew's prime focus is gathering memories as fuel. If you enjoy absorbing stories and mind-boggling puzzles, you've come to the right spot. Across 4 chapters, you'll need to go back in time and subtly rewrite history, trigger the butterfly effect, solve the puzzles hidden in it, and even change the future of Babel. A world of wonder. From the drenched deck of the bustling central station, to the busy memory factory, to the empty giant boiler. Explore the Babel. Meet panic-stricken humans and tough crew members. And investigate unprecedented instruments and strange creatures. Quests and puzzles. You need to help the trapped characters overcome difficulties. Escape from the interrogation room. Collect Stoneheart crab egg. And find mysterious signal sources. Don't expect to succeed with brute force. What if I like brute force? Fortunately, you can travel back in time and discover what put them into trouble. Once you've located the crucial event, you can rewrite it with a pen in your hand. This move will immediately trigger a butterfly effect, change the plot's path, and reverse the current situation. Reasoning system. Feeling clueless? Then make use of this notebook. It will guide you through the process of assembling the collected evidence into a comprehensive reasoning chain. Parallel storytelling. The pilot stuck in the monsoon, the head chef worrying about the canned food, the swimming team captain chasing fugitives. Oh, and the poor circus clown looking for his daughter. The fates of the characters complement each other, and this is destined to be the tragic comedy about separation. Novelty experience. Combining cute and funny retro and cartoon. Babel is about to set sail. Grab your boat ticket, step on the deck, and enjoy the carnival. It sounds different from most story games I've seen. But how different? And is it a good difference or a bad difference? Let's go to BT. Uh-oh. It's that typewriter thing. And no voiceover. That's a negative for me, but it's an overcomable negative. Why are we farting as we walk? It's obviously very indie. Let's start there. And that can be a bad thing. But it can also be a not bad thing. It can be a good thing. It allows them to go places that most game manufacturers won't do. It might have enough about it that it overcomes anything bad. I don't like the lack of voiceover, but then again, it's indie, so you expect that. I don't like the text coming up with a boop, 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 typewriter thing. I always hate that. It gets on my nerves no end. But the graphics are cute, and it looks like it's got a wee bit about it that might be interesting to explore. I don't hold up a lot of hope for it at the moment, but I am interested to try it on Humble Bundle or Humble Opinion going forward. And the final one, I think it is. Let me just check. Yep, finally. Empyrean Galactic Survival. $20. Indie strategy adventure simulation. If you just want to list as many different things as possible. Ilion Game Studio. 80% very positive. Empyrean Galactic Survival is a true space sandbox survival adventure that uniquely combines elements from space simulations, construction games, survival games, and first-person shooters. Construct some mighty capital vessels, sprawling planetary settlements, and vast space stations in your galactic journey to discover the mysteries of Empyrean. Build mighty capital vessels, agile fighters, vast planetary settlements, and space stations with complete freedom, piece by piece, anywhere you want. Or download pre-built community blueprints from the Steam Workshop and customize them with your own ideas. Shape the terrain. The reason I'm saying to that is it sounds like it offers a lot of customizable variety there. But that can also lead to just so much possibility of making crap designs and just wasting your time. It can be a great thing or it can be a bad thing. Depends how it's done. Shape the terrain. Fully modify and deform the terrain on any planet. Thanks to the voxel-based terrain, you can flatten it for your planetary settlement, dig holes to find resources, or build a tunnel system to protect yourself. Empyrean is a true sandbox game. Again, that can be positive or negative. Explore the galaxy. A vast galaxy awaits you. Warp and fly between a huge variety of planets, moons, and far-flung star systems. Freely explore the surface of each planet, with its own gravity, atmosphere, terrain, vegetation, climate, resources, and more. Survive its flora and fauna, and discover the secrets of alien races. This really sounds like it's over-promising for $20. Elevate your experience with an ocean of player-made blueprints for vessels and settlements, etc. Yeah. Survive on and off-world. To survive in space and on alien planets, you must plan with ingenuity and caution. Food, oxygen, resources, and ammo are essential. Hunt, forage, and plant a garden to sustain yourself. While some beings you encounter will be peaceful, others will destroy you given any opportunity. Come prepared with a range of weaponry and defensive maneuvers. Or measures. Play as a lone wolf in a single player. Or join the multiplayer community. Well, you know I do a single player, so. Master a deep crafting system. Learn how to combine resources and building materials to craft your equipment. Craft on the move or in your base. And equip buildings and vessels with a range of different weapons and gadgets. As you perform various activities, level up and unlock new tech in the tech tree. Mine planets and asteroids. Fuel your crafting and construction projects by digging deep into planets for rich deposits or drilling through asteroids full of rare ore. Scavenge alien buildings and other structures you come across for additional resources. In creative mode, forget food, resources and enemies and just build. Create wonders with absolute freedom and then share them with the creative community by uploading them to the Steam Workshop. This is a kind of game that I sometimes enjoy and sometimes really get bored quickly with. Let's go to BT and see.
In an infinite galaxy, there are two options. Survive or die.
That's generally the case. If you don't survive, you die.
I came here alone, before the others. I harvested the resources I needed to carve out a life, to craft a future, to endure the unknown. The journey was long. I explored new frontiers, discovered new planets, and new threats. But you cannot survive alone, so together we built anew. Our talents are deep. The technology at our disposal evolves, but with expansion comes conflict. And the cost of failure is catastrophic. We chose our path. We build together. We fight together. We survive together. The journey was long. The journey continues. Empyrean. Out now for PC on Steam.
The graphics are not great, but that's okay, they're good enough. The planets and so on, at times they look good, at other times they look quite barren. I'm going to have to see. I'm looking forward to the Let's Try, but I don't know how much hope I hold out. Alright. Risk of Rain. Can't remember what I thought of that one. Knights of Honor looked appealing to me. Oh, Risk of Rain was one that... Was that one I wasn't looking for? Lego 2K Awesome Edition. Drive Awesome Edition. That looked pure fun. I'm looking forward to trying that, even if I don't go anywhere else with it. Battle Sector. Meh, it might be great, but I don't have a lot of hope. I'm not attracted to the Warhammer universe. It's a great universe, I know. I'm not denying that it's wonderful, but it's just not for everyone, nor is any universe. Miasma Chronicles. That looked like it could be good. Stray Gods I won't be playing, but loved looking at that and seeing the song again, the songs and so on. I'm looking forward to doing a ChatGPT plays of it. Guidebook of Babel, I'm not sure. These two, and Empyrean, these two definitely tentative. So there are some that I'm really looking forward to. A couple of mays and a couple of... Okay, let's see. A relatively standard bundle then, this time. And definitely enough to look forward to. So, join me in the days going forward where we'll have a 20 to 40 minutes. Let's look at it then. See you around.